What's going on YouTube, it's Sora or Sorathin, and in this video we're going to be showcasing the GUMIHO dice. Now you can see that I have not found it yet, but guess who has? My girlfriend. So we're going to be going up against some mirror matches, and then I'm going to log into her account on my computer and get into some matches for myself and see what this dice is all about. Let's go. Now there are some things I want to test out with this dice, like how does it affect the healing dice, how does it affect a stat boost dice, and how does it affect a shield dice. So we're just going to play like normal and see where the GUMIHO gets placed, hopefully early, and we'll place those dice around and see how it affects it. So right now we're just going to put some easy dice to go up against in the middle. Okay, we don't want that to be divine. We don't want to kill it right away. Then we'll put down a holy sword right here just for some more coverage. Now listen, we're not trying to win here. We're trying to showcase the GUMIHO. So we're gonna see when it gets placed down, what it can do. But it looks like we are gonna win this round anyways. Unless the berserks show up while they're on fire. No, they did get nerfed pretty bad. We'll put down a holy arrow here to get the crossfire down, and then we'll put down another holy sword here and another holy arrow here. We'll do it a little farther away so it doesn't get prioritized over this. Alright, the GUMIHO is down and it's at 3 pip. We'll see how this goes. So it charms, and it's already attacking my holy arrow, which is really strong. Will it charm multiple targets in one round? It will! Look at that! Holy crap. Okay, so we still just barely won, but that's really interesting. So when it's 1 pipped, it's whenever it hits a target with less than 40% HP, it charms for 4 seconds. Now that it's upgraded, the stats do in fact get better. That's very interesting. I didn't notice that. So what we're gonna do is... let's see how it affects the healing dice. I want to see what that does. So we're going to put the healing dice here for our holy arrow. And then we're going to put down a... We'll wait for the second one to be placed down if there is one. And then we'll just do stuff like this. Okay, barrier on the GUMIHO. That seems like it could be a good combo. Let's see what happens. It charmed, but it is still healing my dice. Okay, so if you charm a healing dice, it is not going to change anything. Because I don't think the healing dice even attack. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm assuming if it charms a shield, it's not going to do anything either. It's going to be hard to figure that out. I don't want this to be divine. I want to kill it right away. I want to get a shield around it. If they place another second GUMIHO, we'll put a shield next to it and see how that happens. But for right now, we're just going to keep playing like normal. But we learned what happens with the healing dice. That's good. I'll put a shield down here. And it should taunt. Let's see. Okay, it is taunting. Let's see what happens when it's charmed. I don't see anything happening. Okay, so when you charm a shield, nothing happens. So that could be a good counter play. So that healing dice is actually going to carry us somehow. Absolutely healing the crap out of this holy sword. So why don't we just upgrade this and finish out the game with a good counter play. So it charms the shield, does nothing. Charms my holy... Oh, but if we have a healing dice here, the holy sword can't get charmed, because in order to get charmed, it has to be low on health. So that's interesting, too. We're playing against a GUMIHO. If the GUMIHO becomes a new meta, healing dice is certainly going to be good, I think. Alright, we're going to do one more mirror match, just to test out a few more things, because I haven't gotten to use the moon dice yet, and then we'll play on her account and get some wins. We're using the same deck, but this time I'm going to try out what happens if we put a support dice like the moon dice down. I'm going to assume it doesn't do anything just like the healing dice, but we don't know until we try. And this is a showcase, so we're going to go straight for it. Okay, stop giving me divine arrow. I don't want to win right away. Okay, GUMIHO dice is down already, but we don't have any other dice for it to charm and hit. But if it charms, does it stop attacking no matter what, even if there is no dice around? That would be interesting to know. Because it could just disable a dice entirely if there's no other dice around. So we'll see how that works. I'm just going to put some stuff around where it doesn't matter. So that we can see what happens. Okay, it's got a barrier, so this should be able to charm, and we'll see what happens. Does it just disable the dice entirely? It does. Okay, so if there's no other dice for the charm dice to attack, it will just disable it entirely. And this thing has hella range, by the way. But our healing dice is going to prevent it from being charmed. That is a good strategy right there. Alright, we have the moon dice. We're going to put the moon dice here, and hopefully it takes priority over the lunar dice. Or over the holy arrow dice. We're going to put 2 down just to hope. that it gets prioritized over the other. Let's see. Okay, it is shooting the lunar dice. Let's see what happens when it charms. Okay, so it is, you know, shooting our teammate, which is not good. And I don't think it got rid of the buff, though. I'm pretty sure the buff was still there, because the holy arrow was still attacking pretty quick. You can see the healing dice just absolutely flooring this GUMIHO dice right now. So just to make it more obvious, we're gonna have the buff activated, because we'll be able to tell if the critical hits stop happening when one of them is charmed. And we'll see how that goes. We'll just put some more dice down here so that we can look a little easier. Alright, another GUMIHO dice down. I don't think that's gonna do anything still. We'll see how this goes. Holy arrow activated, or charmed, I mean. And wow, okay, that's pretty strong. So we're not gonna be able to tell just because the lunar dice didn't get charmed right away. We'll be able to see in the next round, hopefully. Alright, we'll even put another lunar dice and hopefully get another for the buff, just to make it easier to see. Alright, we do have the buff now, so when one of our lunar dice gets charmed, we have to see if we're still getting criticals. So the lunar dice right here will be charmed? I couldn't tell in time. I could go back and slow it down and give you a definitive answer, but I don't think charming the lunar dice will get rid of its ability. What I'm trying to see, for example, is if one of these lunar dice gets charmed, does this still act as if there's 4 lunar dice around it, or does it act as if there's only 3? Since the healing dice works like it does, I'm gonna guess it still acts like there's 4 around it. It's not really a big deal, but it's something to note, just because this is a showcase. So we're just gonna screw around a little more, just so we can see some more of the GUMIHO dice, because that's what we're here for. So let's see, it's charmed. Do we still get crits? Yes, we do. Okay. So even if the lunar dice is charmed, it will still count as a support, and the buff will still be there. Looks like GUMIHO dice is actually going to take out our entire module down here, but our module on the bottom right is going to reign triumphant just because of all the healing dice. We already know what happens when we put a shield down. It doesn't do anything, so we'll just put a big boy shield right here and let the GUMIHO dice deal with that. So what a good anti for the GUMIHO dice is putting a shield surrounded by healing dice. That is the perfect disabler for the GUMIHO dice. But look at that thing, it's so beautiful. There's gotta be a good way to use it, I just have to think. Alright, well I'm gonna sign into my girlfriend's account, and then we're gonna check out some games from our point of view where we have the GUMIHO dice. See you there. Alright folks, here we are on my girlfriend's account with the GUMIHO dice equipped. We're gonna use the exact same deck she did and see how we can do. So we are in Pro Tier 2, which means we are most likely gonna be going up against bots, but that's okay because we're just checking out the dice. And that'll probably be perfect actually to go up against bots, because we can kind of just experiment with the dice. So what we're gonna do is probably put the GUMIHO dice in the... we'll see where they play. Normally bots play in the corners, but we're gonna put the GUMIHO dice in the middle for right now as soon as we can. And protect it with a barrier and shield. Maybe a healing dice would even be good. Right now our only attack dice are these 3, which is normally good to have at least 3 attack dice. What's the problem with this? Folks, I have some bad news to announce. It looks like the game is undergoing maintenance again, right in the middle of this video, of course, but I do want to get this out as soon as possible, so I am just going to post what I have. Stay tuned for more where I will be playing with the GUMIHO dice on her account and getting some wins, but unfortunately I can't do that right now. So thank you guys for watching, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.